Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki, here to share with you my kitchen gadgets and how I keep them under control, because if you're like me, you love kitchen gadgets, it can easily get out of control. So I want to share my organization with you along with my tips. Now, a quick tip is to refrain from using your drawers in your kitchen. I find that when I put my gadgets in drawers, it easily allows me to create clutter. They don't stay in order. And a lot of times they're kind of bulky in some type of way. So I like to use a bin. And I have 2 bins that I allow for my kitchen gadgets. I cannot go beyond these bins, and that's how I limit myself. Is I'll have a bin in the front here where I have my most used gadgets, and then I have a bin in the back where I have my least used gadgets. So I find by having my kitchen gadgets in bins, I can easily access them when I need them. I can easily put them away, and it helps me keep things in order and limited. I don't overbuy, I don't overhave when it comes to gadgets. Another tip, friends, is to keep all of your gadgets together. So a lot of times my gadgets have different components. So what I like to do is when I clean them, I keep it always put together. That way I can just grab it when I need it and it's ready to go. Sometimes when you keep them separated and just throw them in the drawer or the bin, you can lose pieces, and then it causes it to be one that is just not useful to you anymore. So I thought it would be fun to share my kitchen gadgets with you. Many of you saw this about a year or 2 ago when I did my kitchen organization, a glimpse of it, but I want to take you through and show you the things that I use in my kitchen. Maybe you use some of the same items, it'd be fun to share. But one that I love is my lemon juicer here, and I bought this several years ago when I lived in the UK from Sainsbury. It was a grocery store over there, or it is a grocery store over there that I used to love. It was my favorite. I love Tesco, but I love Sainsbury more. And so what I use this for is my lemons, my citruses, and it works great. I love that it's that kind of porcelain feel. It's a porcelain piece. And I also love that it has a little spout on it. And the spout is great for pouring out. And it's one that I just use in my kitchen all of the time. And I absolutely love it and treasure it. So friends, my next most used gadget is this drainer here for cans, and I use this all the time because it's so efficient, so simple, nothing fancy. I got it several years ago, again, when I lived in the UK. My military spouses, you know how much we go to those home parties all the time, and that's where I got this one from. I believe it was a Pampered Chef party, not sponsored or anything, but I believe that was the type of party that I went to when I purchased this one here. But I tell you, it was the best purchase ever because you simply just put it on the top of your can, and you can easily drain all of the juices out of your can. I love it because it's simple to clean up and it's so handy. Okay, so my next kitchen gadget here is my Zester. I can't quite remember where I got this one from. I'll try to track it down if possible, if anyone's interested or ask. But it is one that I keep in the first basket for the most used gadgets, but I don't really use it all the time. But a lot of times with recipes, it calls for that lemon zest, and so I like to keep it handy. And this one here has been serving me pretty well. Okay, so my next is my chopper, and I do use this all the time because it keeps things simple when it's time to chop the onions and different dicing of celery and things like that. You simply just put it in there and you can have fun, and it's a good stress reliever too. I love pouncing that thing. And so I've had a couple of these over the years, and so this one I believe is a KitchenAid one. I've had it for a couple years now. It has not given me any problems. I'm not a fan of cleaning these. That's the only thing I don't like about the choppers, but I tell you, they sure are handy. So friends, another gadget I love is the apple slicer. I've had this one for about, I want to say 8 or 9 years, and it's holding up great. It allows you to slice a complete and core a complete apple in one swoop. Great for mommies when you're trying to make lunches for your kids. This one here is again by Pampered Chef. I got it years and years ago when I went to a party and purchased it, and it was really a great purchase because it really has held up over the years, and it's really easy to use and it's easy to clean. So I love that about it. And another gadget I love is my little funnel. I can absolutely not tell you where I purchased this. I am so sorry. But I love that it just is retractable. It's easy to store. It doesn't take up much space. But when I need that funnel, I easily have it. And I love those gadgets that are easy to use, but they do not take up too much space. So the next gadget is the brush, the cleaning brush for the potatoes and veggies and things like that. It's really simple. I think it's a find that I got off Amazon, and you will notice most of my gadgets are green because most of my life I have been in a green phase. I got away from it, but I was a green girl for many, many years. Still am, I feel. Another one is the spritzer here, which I love this. I've think I've shown this years ago on the channel, but basically it turns your lemons and your oranges and your limes into little spray bottles. You simply puncture it right on into that lemon, and then it creates a spray bottle, and it allows you to take the juices inside the lemon and it sprays. And it works really well, actually. I love that it is something so simple, but it works really well. This is great for your salads if you want to put some lemon zest or some orange on your salad. Along with this here is a pot holder. I guess the best way to say it, but it's easy to put over the handle of your pot so that you can lift it from the stove or whatever you need. But I love the fact that it's simple. You can just simply place it over your pot and you're good to go. And I'll try to remember where I got this, and I'll put all the things I can remember and find below. The other thing is also everyone just about has here, the grater. I don't really grab for this as much now that they have the shredded cheese a lot of times. I don't grab for it much, but I do like having it in my kitchen. Now for the things that I do not use as often, but I do love to have on hand. Now this right here is the roasting laurel, and many of you remember this from when I first started YouTube. I did a review on it, and it really is neat. It's from, I think, Prepara is the name of the company that makes it, but what you do is it's kind of like you sit it in the bottom of your pan, and what it allows you to do is to sit your meat on top of it, and then the juices drain onto the pan, and then it just kind of prevents your meat from sitting in the juices. So I really loved it over the years, but it's not something that I grab all of the time, but I do love having it on hand, and it works great. Okay, friends, the next item, I think it's one of those as seen on TV items. We were in the store, Mike saw it, he thought it would be neat, had to have it, and Mike has not thought about this thing since we bought it probably about 2+ years ago, and it is on its way out the door. Don't even think he would know it is missing, but I don't even know how to use it, what it is, what's the purpose, but it has stayed around past its time, so I'm going to pass this along to be a blessing to someone else. Now, this next item I do love. This is my baster, and I got this several years ago when I first started YouTube. A company, Prepara, sent it to me, and I really have been loving it over the years. It's convenient because I can like put my butter in here and use it for basting, or if I'm cooking and I have the juices that I want to baste with, I can put it in this container and baste with it, and it's just really always held up. It's really durable, and I have loved having this in my kitchen, and it is one of my favorites. Actually, I just don't grab it all the time. This next item I had for a couple years. One of my subscribers, beautiful subscribers, sent this to me, I want to say about 3 years ago now, and I think it's absolutely lovely. It is a kind of garnishing set, and what it allows you to do is just make all of your meals cute. You can just do different techniques, and I really love it. Now here, this one is another one that is about out the door, and it's kind of to make your French fries, and it's like a French fry slicer, I would say. I just do not use it. When I make home fries and things like that, I slice them. I don't actually prefer this or like this gadget. So again, I'm glad I'm doing this video because it's allowing me the opportunity to really purge those things that I do not need, because it may be helpful to someone else, but really in my kitchen, I don't use it. And one that I do love, but I don't tend to grab a lot, is this salad chopper. One, because a lot of times when I buy my salad, it's the consistency that I like to eat it, but and a lot of times I eat spinach, and so when I make salads, I make it with spinach, and so I don't chop it. But this one I don't want to get rid of because I do find that it could be handy. Along with this here, I don't tend to grab for this often, but it is great if you're cutting onions and you don't want to touch the onion. You kind of poke it with that and it helps hold the onion down. But when I'm cooking, I just never tend to grab for it. So friends, I hope you've enjoyed seeing the gadgets that I use in my kitchen. I would love to know your favorite kitchen gadget that you have in your home. Please leave it in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'd love to have you. Also, AtHomeWithNikki.com is my website, and I put out a weekly newsletter full of tips and fun things. You can just go to my website and easily sign up for the newsletter, and it'll be emailed to you every Friday. I hope you all are doing great. I will see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.